This is the 18 WJTS News. I'm Prisma Lopez-Marin. Thank you for joining us. Upon release of information yesterday afternoon, Indiana State Police say a drug investigation from Sunday led to the arrest of a Washington man who was arrested on 10 different criminal charges. That included a Level 2 felony count of dealing methamphetamine, Level 6 felony of heroin possession, Level 5 felony of neglect of a dependent, among other charges. After conducting a drug investigation, authorities recovered numerous types of narcotics and firearms. The investigation began early on Sunday morning when a trooper initiated an investigation resulting in information gathering and due to probable cause geared towards applying and receiving a search warrant through the Daviess County Circuit Court for the residence of 38-year-old Stephen Lyford of Washington. The Indiana State Police trooper, members of the Washington Police Department and Daviess County Sheriff's Department searched the residence along the 1700 block on Maxwell Avenue. During the search, officers were able to find an estimated 14 grams of methamphetamine, approximately 17 grams of marijuana, small amounts of heroin and morphine, and 31 firearms. Of the guns seized, one handgun was entered into the computers as stolen through the Knox County. Officers later learned that Lyford had in fact been dealing methamphetamine. Lyford was transported to the Daviess County Security Center without incident. The full list of charges can be found on our 18 WJTS Facebook page with this story titled "Washington Man Behind Bars Arrested on 10 Criminal Charges." Last month, Greater Schools Superintendent Dr. Tracy Lorai had proposed to Greater Jasper Schools Board's approval to submit an application towards the e-learning flex day for the following school, which was approved during that meeting. Last night, Dr. Lorai announced that the corporation received approval to incorporate this day in the spring of 2017, around the same time period that it took place this spring. Dr. Lorai reminded the board and public that this is an alternative format for learning that was effective and well received by the students. Other technology improvements that were discussed were Project Lead the Way program computers. Dr. Lorai explains that the computers are in need of updates and made recommendations to the board to purchase a lab set of 32 that would be purchased with the help of capital project funds from the corporation.
Project Lead the Way at the middle school level, it has a gateway program, and it's like a pre-engineering type of program, and a lot of the work is done using a computer program, and the computer program itself is really robust and requires a device that has pretty robust specifications. So the current lab computers have really outgrown what the program specifications require, and so therefore it won't run the program, which means we have to replace those computers with something that will.
Superintendent Dr. Lorai notes that having access to updated software not only provides a well-rounded way for teachers to help the students with engineering program skills at the middle school level, but they also serve as precursors to the concepts that are being taught in high school, allowing students to advance towards the next level of learning. Also, Monday night, the board approved the replacement of lighting for the auditorium at Jasper High School at a cost of just over $135,000. Clerk of Works Scott Stefanagle says the system now in use has been experiencing issues and has been in place for over 20 years. The new system will use energy-efficient LED bulbs, which don't get as heated as the current lights, and allow students to move the spotlights, change the color of the lights, and access to work on a more efficient lighting system. Also, as the end of the school year approaches, board members were reminded that graduation 2016 is set to take place this Friday, May 27th, in the Jasper High School gym beginning at 6:30 p.m. In addition, the Jasper Middle School 8th grade achievement ceremony will be on Thursday, May 26th at the evening time at 7 p.m. in the Black Gym of Jasper Middle School. A complaint on Jasper's north side Monday evening led to the arrest of a Jasper man on numerous alcohol-related charges, including OWI, as well as charges of resisting arrest and intimidation. Jasper police say at 10:30 p.m. last night they received word about a possible intoxicated driver. They say the caller told dispatch that 34-year-old Jonathan Hunsicker of Jasper left a residence along the 2500 block of Burke Drive and had been drinking before he left. Now, while police were looking for Hunsicker, they received a call from the complainant that Hunsicker had returned and was sending threatening text messages. When they got back to the Burke Drive residence, authorities say Hunsicker was found on the front porch of the home. He was told to step off the porch so police could talk to him. They say he would not listen and yelled obscenities afterwards in an attempt to remove Hunsicker from the porch. Police say he became combative, at which point he was taken to the ground. Police say Hunsicker, despite several requests to not resist, continued to fight with authorities. Police say Hunsicker eventually complied with their demands, but they say he continued to be belligerent and combative the entire time. Officers took him to Memorial Hospital where his blood alcohol content measured at 0.18%. Hunsicker was also found to have marijuana in his system. He was taken to and booked into the Du Bois County Security Center on a level 6 felony count of operating as a habitual traffic violator, as well as the misdemeanor counts of operating while intoxicated, resisting law enforcement, disorderly conduct, and intimidation. The Indiana Department of Transportation says starting next week, State Road 66 near Grandview will be closed for slide correction operations. Beginning on or around next Wednesday, June 1st, contractors will close the highway from about State Road 70 to Grandview area in order to correct slides and establish erosion control measures. INDOT says during the project, the road will close through the traffic section. However, local traffic will have access to the point of closure. Now, work is expected to last until mid-August, depending upon weather conditions. The official detour will follow US 231 and State Road 70. INDOT urges motorists to slow down and stay alert near crews that are working that area. Motorists can learn about highway work zones and other traffic alerts at indot.carsprogram.org, or you can also call 1-800-261-ROADS or 511 from a mobile phone. Stay tuned. Weather and sports still to come on 18 WJTS.